Hey, how's it going? Patriot, reporting for duty. Welcome to my channel. Today I'm doing a top 6 Premier League predictions. I'm only going to do the top 6 teams because I don't want to get any of the mid-table or relegated teams wrong, as I'm not that familiar with them and I know you guys will probably get mad with me. So we're going to stick to the top 6 which I'm more familiar with. As you can tell, I'm a Man United fan, but I'm not going to put up with what's going on with United, with the owners, with the Glazers. So I'm taking this off. Let's get something more comfortable on. Don't forget to hashtag it. Hashtag better team than Man United. Anyways, I am a United fan, just really unhappy with the way the transfer window went, the way we've been treated, and we've been promised a rebuild, and we've only spent like a net profit of 60-70 million. We have let go of Ander Herrera, one of our best and most consistent midfielders. We have let go of our captain, Antonio Valencia, and we have sold Romelu Lukaku for 73 million. Now, Herrera and Lukaku were not replaced. We got rid of two fundamental, strong players, a striker and a midfielder. We weakened our attack and our midfield. We did bring out, we did bring in a really good centre back in Harry Maguire and a really good right back in Wan-Bissaka. But it's not good enough. We were expecting 200-300 million. We were expecting to strengthen our midfield. We needed that boost in midfield. We needed two midfielders. We probably needed a winger or a striker. But we only got two defenders, and it's not good enough. And that's why I'm putting Manchester United in 6th place, which may come as a shock to some of you, but I can't see him finishing any higher. If Ollie manages to get them into the top 4, then build him a statue, because I'm not going to lie, Aston Villa spent more than United this transfer window. So, yeah, I'm putting Man United in 6th place. I hope I'm wrong. I'm obviously a Man United fan. I've always supported them, but I'm not supporting the Glazers because they cashed out 1 billion out of Man United without putting a single penny in. So, yeah, we had a lot more money which was available to spend. We just didn't get the transfers that we needed. Even though, don't get me wrong, like I said before, Harry Maguire, great player. Wan-Bissaka, great player. I really like Daniel James from Swansea. He could be, a good squad player, maybe a good future starter, but for now, it's not what we need. He's a left winger, we needed a right winger, and I can't see ourselves getting any higher than 6th. Not gonna lie. Gotta be realistic here. You can't be deluded and pretend everything is okay, because it's a disgrace that United only spent 60-70 million in a rebuild, and not replacing players like Herrera and Lukaku have been two starting players, you could say. And even though people say Lukaku is bad, he was our top scorer for 2 seasons. Every game he started and he pretty much scored. So even though he didn't fit the role, I would have preferred to have Lukaku than not have anything. Don't know what you guys think. Let me know if I'm wrong. Let me know if you think Man United will finish higher. Or drop a like if you agree with me and subscribe for more videos. Anyway, 5th place was a difficult one for me to get. Because, I think that 4th, 5th and 6th place could come quite close, including Man United, if they have a good season and the players step up. But then again, I think that in 5th place, we will get Chelsea. Now, Chelsea obviously have their transfer ban. Therefore, they couldn't make any signings. They do have Pulisic, which they signed last season, joining them this season. They do have a couple of youngsters, and they have a new manager in Frank Lampard, who's a club legend. Now, I think 5th place would be a good place for Chelsea to finish. I think that, Man United could swoop in for 5th if they have a good season, if, players like McTominay, Pereira, Fred step up. But you can't expect them to step up, Pogba be consistent and get no injuries. So I think Chelsea will just edge it. But I can't imagine, and I can't see Man United beating Chelsea in the first game of the season. But Chelsea overall coming out on top. So yeah, that's all I'm going to say about Chelsea. They haven't really made any transfers because they're banned. Now, moving on into 4th place. You guys know who it is. It's 4th place. Obviously, it's Arsenal. Now, Arsenal, they were on about having a 40 million transfer budget. And they signed 5-6 players. Pretty good players. They've really strengthened their team. They had one of the best transfer windows in the Prem, in my opinion. Because for 40 million, for an alleged 40 million, which they said they had, they spent more than United. They broke in Nicola Pepe, who's a great right winger. I really hoped United would get him. I'm gutted he's gone to Arsenal. I think he'll be a great player. Lacazette, Aubameyang, Pepe, deadly front three. But then again, their defense is not as strong as their attack. But if you look at the rest of the signings, they got Saliba from Saint Etienne. I've heard he's going out on loan, so they won't be able to play him, which is a bit odd since they needed a player in his position. But they did sign David Luiz from Chelsea for only 8 million, which will be a great signing, you know, because Sterling left. Mustafi isn't the best centre back in the world, is he? And obviously they got Dani Ceballos from Real Madrid on a loan. So they made some really good signings, you know, Nicola Pepe, Martinelli, Saliba, Ceballos, and Tierney, obviously from Celtic. Overall, they spent like close to 160 million, and they only got rid of Ramsey, Petr Cech, and obviously Iwobi as their main players, not kind of Koscielny. So they did get rid of a couple of players, but then again, I think they replaced them really well. They brought some really good players in, and I can't imagine them getting fourth. But then again, it's Arsenal. I could get this one completely wrong because Arsenal do tend to slip up. They're a bit of a banter club. No offense, Arsenal fans. I can't say much because I'm a United fan, but you're a bit of a banter club. And you could finish fourth, you could finish sixth. So the fourth, fifth, and sixth place were probably the hardest to predict. The top three was the easiest for me. Because I can literally see Man United finishing anywhere. Well, I can see him finishing 5th or 6th. I can see Chelsea finishing 6th. I think Arsenal have the strongest team and the best odds to get 4th over Chelsea and Man United. But it's the Premier League. It's unpredictable. You never know what could happen. Maybe we'll see a Wolves or an Everton get into the top 6. You never know. We'll have to wait and see. Let me know how your team's top 6 is looking like. I could get this completely wrong. Obviously, we all have different opinions. And obviously, I'm a Man United fan, so I should be biased. But look at me, putting us in 6th. Transfer window wasn't good enough. We should have gotten Bruno Fernandes. And I keep going back to Man United just because I'm so disappointed. Now, moving on into 3rd place, top 3. You know who it is. It's Tottenham. Spurs. Absolutely great transfer window. Absolutely great transfer window. Bringing in Ndombele, Lo Celso. And I think nobody expected it from Spurs because usually they have really quiet windows with nobody coming in, and they've pulled it off this season. Obviously, you know, they did get to the Champions League final, which is an incredible achievement. Poch is a great manager. He's managed to do an incredible job for him, and they're lucky to keep him. And I think they'll get 3rd. So yeah, they brought in Jack Clark, Ndombele, and Lo Celso, as well as Keon Etete from Notts County. And the only player they got rid of, really, was Trippier to Atletico Madrid. So I think they had a really solid transfer window. They've already got one of the best squads in the Prem. And if Son, Harry Kane, and Ndombele step up, they should easily be getting 3rd. I can see it happen, and maybe even a good run in the Champions League once again. Now moving on to 2nd place. You know, 1st and 2nd, we've got Man City and Liverpool left, and I feel like Liverpool will miss out once again. They had a really good run in the Prem last season. Obviously, Man City beat them to it, and they did win the UCL. But I feel like they haven't really brought anyone in. They haven't really strengthened their squad, which is already a great squad. I'm not pretending that it's a bad squad. I'm not going to say anything bad about them. But then again, I think Man City have that little bit more than Liverpool do, and I can see them finishing 2nd again. Will they have a good season? I think they'll have a good season. I think they'll finish a couple of points above Tottenham, but I feel like Man City will smash it again. They've been dominating the Prem, and I think that trend will continue. But yeah, I bet you Liverpool fans were hoping for a couple of more transfers. Hasn't been the best window. Could have been better, could have been worse. Couldn't have been a lot worse though. And moving on to our 1st place, we got Man City. Best team in the Prem, arguably. Best players, best depth. They win the Prem every year pretty much. But oil money pays well. So they brought in 2 big players. You know, we're talking about Rodri in midfield. Great signing. And they brought in a right back, Cancelo, who's an amazing signing. One of the best right backs, if not the best right back in the world right now. So pretty good window for them. They've strengthened their squad once again. They wanted to get Maguire, but they missed out. Pep really wanted him, but they couldn't afford him. Which, I mean, it just shows how good Maguire is. People really underrate Maguire. I rate him a lot. I'm glad United signed him. He's a great signing. So is Wan-Bissaka, but it's just not enough for United. While, you know, Man City also strengthened their squad by 2 key players. So have United, and Man City are already like miles ahead of United. All I'm trying to say is, you know, the top 2 teams are miles ahead. Tottenham are miles ahead of 4th, 5th, and 6th, and You know, even Arsenal are spending more, and you know how stingy Arsenal are with their money. You know how bad they are, so you'd expect United to do better. I'm just really disappointed, really. I had a big explosive rage on one of my streams, and you just can't put up with it. You just can't put up with it, if I'm being honest. And I know it's meant to be a top 6 prediction, and there it is. Hope you liked it. Hope you agree with it. But Man United is just bothering me. I don't want to rant again, but it's just bothering me. If you're a United fan, let me know if you're putting up with it. Let me know if you think that the Glazers are doing the right thing. Because we're meant to have a big rebuild, and we've weakened our attack and midfield. And we've strengthened our defense, which was much needed. But what's the point of having good shoes if you don't have any shorts or top on? That's an analogy. So the defense is our shoes. Great defense. Great shoes. Shitty shorts. Terrible t-shirt. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. Hopefully you guys didn't mind me ranting about United too much. Just needed to get it out of my system. But if you have enjoyed, please do subscribe. Drop a like on this video. Let me know if you agreed or disagreed with me. Yeah, I can literally see Man City winning the title, Liverpool coming second, Tottenham third, Arsenal fourth, Chelsea fifth, and Man United sixth. I think, you know, that the bottom 3, so Arsenal, Chelsea, and Man United, could finish differently, but the top 3 is pretty much guaranteed to be Man City, Liverpool, Tottenham, if you look at the squads, managers, and the way they've been playing. So yeah, thanks for watching once again. I'm going to go now. Bye-bye, everybody.